Welcome. This is the Identity Management Component demonstration for Compose. This demo will show some functionalities for Compose Identity Management. Additionally, it will show how the Identity Management component is integrated with Cloud Foundry. Also, this video shows the results from the first integration efforts between Identity Management and the Data Management layer developed in Work Package 2. Functionalities shown in this video include creation of users and groups, management of group memberships for users. There are similar functionalities for all the Compose entities, such as service instances, applications, service compositions and so on. However, for the sake of brevity they are omitted. We start by creating a new user in Compose. During the user creation, the Identity Management will call Cloud Foundry's User Account and Authentication Server. The Identity Management component authenticates with the User Account and Authentication Server as an Auth2 client with administration privileges. Let's name the first user Albert. After this, the user is visible when the Cloud Foundry's User Account and Authentication Server is queried. Users must authenticate themselves in order to access the Compose platform. To do this, they must provide their username and password. During the authentication process, the Identity Management component will attempt to get an Auth2 access token from the Cloud Foundry's User Account and Authentication Server. If the username and password is incorrect, the Identity Management API will return the proper HTTP error code and message. On the other hand, if the authentication is successful, the Auth2 token is delivered to the user. Whenever a group is created, the user ID is determined by the access token provided by the user. This information is stored in the owner attribute of the new group. In Compose, user memberships must be approved by the user belonging to a group. Also, user memberships must be approved by a group administrator or by the group owner. This is meant to prevent malicious users from adding themselves to arbitrary groups, or also, to prevent malicious group administrators from adding users to their groups, without letting the users decide whether or not they want to be part of the group. To show how access control mechanisms prevent this from happening, we need at least 3 users. We need a user who owns a group. This user is already created. He is called Albert. Trudy is a trusted user. Trudy wants to be part of the group owned by Albert. However, there is a malicious user called Mallory. Mallory will try to do forbidden actions. The next step is to create the 2 new users, Trudy and Mallory. Mallory wants to attempt to add Trudy to the group owned by Albert. In order to do this, Mallory authenticates herself with Compose. Then she tries to add Trudy to Albert's group. As it is shown, this action is forbidden since in order to add Trudy to a group, Mallory would have to be a group administrator or the group owner.